Hello everybody, today I have the pleasure to propose to you this key 80 entitled Practical Awakening. Well, we're gonna focus on affective, psychic and psychological sustainability and stability. Well, let's continue because this is the fourth video regarding this topic. Today we're gonna talk about the bad energy, bad waves by emission, by reception. Okay, so concretely, what is it? It is low frequencies, low vibration, dissonant, disharmonious, and we know with Masaru Emoto discovery that the intention, the power of the mind is only energy that you project. Okay, so when you hate, when you say I hate you and so on, we can see that if you do the experiments with rice and water and only water, you will see the rice will be black, okay, and or if you analyze with a microscope, you will see some disharmonious pattern. On the other way around, if you give positive energy like I love you and so on, okay, you will have a very harmonious pattern. Okay, so we are made of 70% of water, so it means that we radiate what we think and we attract what we think. Okay, this is law of attraction. We are like magnet. Okay, so the way of thinking is energy, and we attract, we vibrate that. So we attract the events, the encountering with people and so on, and that's why it's important to manage this low frequencies by emission, and by reception. You somatize. This is somatization. Otherwise, you create your disease. Dis-ease. Okay, you are not at ease when you are disharmonious. You are not at ease. It's never pleasant to hate people, to be stressed, and so on. Of course, is low energy. So it's affecting your process, your inner, eternal, endless, let's say, process of awakening, your inner journey. Well, understanding that I treat the evil in the key 71. If you want to deepen, of course, there are 4 videos for that. There is not a side of goodness and evil. No, there is always yin yang. There is systematically one positive aspect even in a murderer and so on. Okay, Pablo Escobar, for example, is a bit romantic new hero now, even if he killed a lot of people. He's a narco-trafficant, okay, but he did a lot of things regarding social dimension, like schools and so on. Okay, so yin-yang, negative, positive, okay, and probably that, I don't know, you have this in the Bible with Jesus, when he hates against a tree. And as he has a power, the law of attraction, he can affect, and the tree is dying. So he realized that he was too extreme and he was wrong. Okay, so he did this mistake, but for understanding and to adjust and to have corrective action as well. Keep this in mind. You know, in the course in miracle and most of spirituality, there are 2 energies: fear and love. Love is harmony, unity. And fear is disharmony, separation. And fear is the fruit, most of the time, of a lack of love, a fear of losing it, and so on. Okay? So, everything is energy, as I say, as Nikola Tesla say, if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of frequencies, vibration, and energy. All what we, as Einstein say, match the frequency of the reality that you want. You cannot stop getting it. This is not philosophy, this is science. Okay, so the way of vibration is like magnet. Once again, this is the law of attraction. And law of attraction, the basic things, it's treated in the key 36. You visualize, you feel it, and you thanks in advance, it's already there. Okay. Well, state of mind is somatization, is nocebo, placebo effect, okay, positive or negative. This is epigenetics. The more you walk on this, let's say, virgin field, the more you will create a road. Is the same. The more you use a neuronal path, the more you activating, and the more you will be suggested this state of mind. Okay, so it's up to us to reset our, to reparameter our mind. So how to manage bad vibes? Don't expect anything for anybody. Start from zero, and you never be disappointed. You know, as Einstein said, if you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or think. Don't start from high, start from zero, and you will be pleasantly surprised. Don't ruminate. Ruminate means that you are isolated in a loop of I hate, like, you know, some conspiracionists for which they see everything in black and white, black, okay, with their sunglasses, and all the world is affecting their vibration. So they are completely lowering their vibration, impeding them to ascend and to do what we are supposed to do for the transition, to radiate love, unity. Well, detachments with the role of this, most of the time, judgment, criticizing, and so on, it's just the fact that the person is not at ease, is not in harmony. So it's a problem, an inner problem of the person projecting this on you. So it's not nothing personal. This is one of the 4 pillars of 4 Toltec agreements, which states that never take anything personal. Okay, this is really important. The notion of mirror, because also other people allows you to know what is not resolved within you. Okay, what is still problematic. The empathy can be used also for when you try to understand the person, the complexion of the person, why he's so aggressive, why he's so critics, and so on, because it's a problem of confidence, self-confidence. So the fact to criticize is because of that. He's violent or aggressive because he has traumas. He's upset recently because he doesn't sleep. He has a kid. Anything. But you try to understand the history of the person, the character of the person, and to be more tolerant. Breathing with a certain, let's say, cardiac coherence. Okay, so I'll turn. This is explained and presented in the key 23, if you want. Breathing, like hyperventilation, when you receive some bad energy, you can just to relax and to avoid the stress to do like this, like 30 seconds, 1 minute, and then you finish by the inhaling, okay, and you hold it. This is explained in the key 23, once again. Auto-conditioning, okay, like auto-suggestion, self-suggestion, like a Coué method. I feel peaceful, and unshakeable, okay? It's like, you know, you are in a bubble, and all the bad energy, you are waterproof, in quote mark, okay? Well, how to deal with your own one? Visualize the light of light, okay? You can say some mantras. You can understand the projective shadow. This is what we say. Identify also the toxic person, okay? If this is a second nature, preserve yourself, okay? You can run away and avoid them. Some advice: don't identify you to anger, your own anger or other people as well. Okay, you are not this anger. This is like storm. It will pass. Okay, there are clouds, and in few hours there will be blue sky. Okay, welcome this anger. Go, for example, I don't know, for running, for doing sport, do meditation. You have all these tips and techniques in the key 31. Okay, so preserve yourself. You are not a superhero. Welcome your emotions. Criticizing, jealousy, envy actually can be an emission or reception. Actually, it can be due to inner conflict. Try to identify this. Actually, the judgment is never objective. It's always subjective. It's an opinion. Okay. So, but it's according to a perception, a context, and the complexion of the complexity of the judge. Okay. Very important is that most of the judge has been judged before. Okay. Most of the time they have been traumatized and so on by some things, some remarks and so on. Avoid comparison, of course. Some tips: ignore, don't pay attention to those who are the haters. Okay, you know, a friend of mine said to me recently, he was in the past at a high level, a professional level, a goalkeeper. Okay, and some people from the other team were paid to be behind him to insult him, and after the halftime, they were changing. So it's completely crazy for him to lose control, you know, and then to have less performance. And so it was the challenge not to lower his vibration, his concentration, and so on, because he knew that he could have been someone else, another goalkeeper. It would be the same insults, the same principle. The guys were paid for that. Imagine the mentality. Well, anyway. You know, the mirror, sometimes, actually, people tell you what is not solved with you. This is what we say. But you can say to the person, you know, it's not really nice what you say. What's wrong with that? You know, if I was telling you this, would you be happy? You know, like to try to appeal to his sensitivity. Or you can also appeal to, let's say, common sense, or saying, okay, what would be your solution? Okay, you are talented, so tell me. Or you can say, also, for him to be more confident and less criticizing, okay, maybe we have there is a space for room for both of us. Okay, I can be inspired by your talents, and maybe we can, let's say, bring mutually. Okay, but if the person doesn't want, then separate. Okay, separate, squeeze, and so on. If you did your intention, you did everything you could, enough. You did a job. You know, I'm always saying criticizing is easy, acting is difficult. It's true that those who have a big mouth and they are spectator and zapping and like, dislike, on the sofa, they're comfortable. Maybe there are no failure, but no action also. Okay, if we don't do anything, there is no chance that we fail. Okay, and failing is just another way to improve yourself with corrective actions. Okay, but the fact to be always, you know, is like the kids who are falling down 2,000 times for walking. Okay, for being able to walk properly. Okay, so, and nobody say, okay, I give up and so on. It's the same principle. Okay, you can ask also protection to God, okay, universe, whatever, protect, take my anger, take my hatredness, and so on. You can repeat positive mantras to I'm very calm, I'm positive, I'm harmonious, and so on. All the day long, says C, for instance. You can take some magical purification shower. Is like ablution, concretely. You purify the bad energy that you have or you feel. You can also postpone. If you are upset, if you are angry, don't do a task you are supposed to do. Try to postpone and to do it later when you feel. Go to sleep, go to make love, I don't know, go for running, shout, and so on. This is super important. Focus on your alignments. You did your best. You can improve. You are aware of that. You have self-analysis is enough. Okay? Nobody did unanimity. Buddha, Mani, Jesus, all of them, they have been criticized. Okay? The self-analysis is important to always improve yourself, but keep your position. You know, if you watched my website for retreats, Shambali, S-H-A-A-B, Bali, actually, if I would have had listened and applied all the bad critics, I would have destroyed my website. Okay, even for the content, some people, even for this channel, you should do a shorter, you should do a more accessible, less deep, and so on. No, I don't want. Some people are doing already. Okay, I could do a short story of 30 seconds by doing nothing, by saying anything, you know, so it would be flat. So no, my positioning, I want to propose something useful for which I consider is well done, is useful, is practical, and so on. Okay, so, but I'm still always trying to improve myself, and I have some self-analysis. Well, before criticizing, do a self-analysis, because it's allowed to, you know, when you do a conference, when you do course, most of the time you criticize less when you assist a course, because you know, it's like, you know, in education we say, the kids, they love their parents. When they're a teenager, they criticize them. Then sometimes they believe, they understand them. Okay, so we try our best. But when you never have been at this position, you cannot know. When you do your self-analysis, most of the time you criticize less. Well, this is important also to rationalize, like criticizing, having bad vibration and so on is bad for your health. Once again, I insist, is really important. We can like a person at 50% and dislike 50% else, okay? There is always a positive essence from anybody. And it's up to us also to help people to radiate more, and the more you're focusing on this part, the more you permit to the person to manifest and to radiate this much more. Well, there are many other techniques like doing that I reveal through different keys, from the key 21 to key 40, for which I invite you to deepen if you consider is important. So, and by the way, I can tell you tracks of exploration, the key 10, cleansing, cleansing, key 33, forgiveness, addiction 48, hypersensitivity 49, self-confidence 50, key 51, intention, empathy 52, 53 badenergies, and also 71 or 72, 4 videos. Criticism, jealousy, envy, key 54 and 55, the stress, how to manage stress. Well, if I had to conclude with something very, very important that I already said as a conclusion for practical awakening and emotional and psychic stability, sustainability, is not a big problem, not to be always stable, to accept that, to welcome that, and to work on it. Okay, it's an endless work, investigation. It's a game also, but to reduce the attachment and to be detached of that, even if you are completely implied in it. Okay, so what I want to tell you, every time you have a situation, an encountering, you meet a new person, you have a situation, and so on, try to think like this. Do I act, I behave, I think with my heart? I'm in the unity, in the high vibrations, okay? Or I am exclusively in the mind, in the separation, in the fear, okay? It can be a mix of both, but try to see and try to readjust eventually. Try to be flexible, and this is also for you and for your own awakening. Well, I hope this humble tips, advice, techniques, which requires a will, an intention, and a pleasure as well, will help you to shape the master key of the field of consciousness, of love, of whatever you want. As you know, all roads lead to Rome and to the Dome. Thank you for your attention, and see you very soon.